Tired of the silence, the sugar-coated lies. Another headline screaming behind vacant eyes. They build up their walls so high and so strong, but the truth's gonna break through before too long. Every single day, the same damn old game, pointing all the fingers, nobody takes the blame. This pressure's building, it's starting to crack. Ain't no turning back now, ain't no holding back. I'm about to say it, yeah, I'm about to scream. Tired of the fake smiles, living in a dream. The real life's bleeding out in the cold. Gotta break the mold, gotta let it unfold. I'm about to say it, every single word. The uncomfortable truth finally gonna be heard. I'm gonna say it.
What's up, everybody? We back again for another show. That's right, two in a day. We trying to put this work in, y'all. We trying to make sure we bring it to you. Like I told y'all, y'all know what we say, y'all know what we mean. We try to bring you the news fresh off that fax machine and let you know what's going on. What's happening out here in these TikTok streets, what's being said in the celebrity community and things like that. And sometimes in the political pods, we try to cover that too, but we have to cover the political stuff on our other platform over on YouTube. So if you're not following us over there, you need to go subscribe to our channel over there as well. And that's G Smooth 404 on YouTube. Make sure you go over and make sure you subscribe to that channel so you can make sure you tune in when we go live over there as well. Caribbean Queen, thank you for those roses. I appreciate that, love. Thank you so much for coming back in and joining us. And thank you for rocking with us earlier today during our first broadcast. I appreciate that love and support and that continued love and support. I see my cousin in here, Trail. Trail, what's good with you, cuz? You all right? Did you leave yet? I don't think I ever got the answer on why you said you were moving. So, let me, if you can, let me know what's going on. All right, y'all. Look, we're gonna go ahead and jump to our first segment and listen. The absolute hold on, y'all. The
Let me
absolute
back up to
only
Aaliyah real quick,
reason
man. I know
I am even going to this one is because a couple days ago we did a show, maybe a few days ago, not a couple, but we did a show, and we was talking about Ramir, Jay-Z, and the whole paternity situation. Y'all remember us covering that? And I was saying, well, if the reason why he's not taking the paternity test is because he don't want it to come out that he allegedly has sexual relationships with Ramir's mother while she was underage, right? Okay, who you are you staying with somebody up there? Who you going to Memphis with? Sorry, I was talking to my cousin. But we talked about that, and I said, well, if that is indeed the case, don't let that be the reason, because just go ahead and do the test. Rico, welcome in, brother. For the simple fact, we've already heard the talks of you and Aaliyah, allegedly. I mean, not Aaliyah, I'm sorry, Foxy Brown, allegedly. We talked, we mentioned the girl that was signed to his label at one point that they dropped while she was on her way out the door to her high school senior prom. And they dropped it from the label because allegedly, again, y'all,
Allegedly.
because B had an issue with them spending too much time together and him working with her. Hold on, let me see. My cousin said we got a house with my sister. Oh, okay. Okay. All right, so better opportunity. It is better. Okay, I got you. I got you. Rico, thank you for that heart, me brother. I appreciate it. Now, before we get to playing that, though, I do got to go ahead and do this PSA, y'all. We got 20 football helmets as the live goal. Keep double tapping the screen. Same thing. Keep double tapping that screen. Make sure you share out the live. And that's it. That's what we got here. Bless the panelists if you can. And other than that, it's only gonna be a little quick segment, y'all. I got 2 segments. That's it. Lori in the building, my bestie Lori in here. And shout out to you, Lori, because you just got that #3 viewer badge. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you for that loyalty. Thank you for that support. Thank you for that love. I appreciate that. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to play in segment 1. We're going to listen to DAWGFACE. And this is video cred goes to I hope I pronounced this right, but Mafi channel, the Mafi channel. I hope I got that right. But the title says DAWGFACE exposes Jay-Z and Foxy Brown's relationship, Aaliyah, Mace, and why he left Diddy. All right, so those are the things he's going to cover. But that first part is in conjunction to what we talked about a few days ago on the other podcast, right? I mean, on our other broadcast. I said that. This is why we were saying, if that be the reason why he's not giving Ramir this paternity test, bro, we already done heard about you being with girls that wasn't the age of consent. And we even played some audio of Big Gene Deal saying the same thing, that people in the industry already knew Jay-Z was like that. All right. I'm saying allegedly for the sake of our platform, but honestly, it was said. So let's listen. Let's listen to it.
Let me back up to Aaliyah real quick, man. I know probably a lot of people.
I was trying to avoid that conversation, but come on.
I know, man, but this one, we can leave this in, and we ain't got to, man.
No, leave all that shit in. Why did Mace leave? Because of all the debauchery, all the devilish and sinful shit. It wasn't just because Diddy was an asshole. Diddy trying to fuck on that boy.
R. Kelly allegedly told his girlfriend one day that he had slept with Aaliyah's mom when Aaliyah fell asleep.
Jay-Z name was fucking Foxy Brown. She was 15.
Our parents basically selling their souls.
DJ Rocky B, welcome in.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you for the roses.
New York real quick, man, because I'm about to bring up 2 New Yorkers, or one former New Yorker, Aaliyah and Foxy Brown. Just walk with me.
Aaliyah from Detroit.
She's from Detroit, but she was born in Brooklyn.
Yeah, but they don't look at her like she's a Brooklynite. She's a Detroiter.
Right.
Simple as that. You ain't finna take her.
You know what's crazy?
You ain't finna get like that,
no,
man. Nice try though.
I say when I bring this up, I'm pretty sure he gonna say something about her being from Detroit. I know she's from Detroit.
Yeah.
All right, but check it out though. Look, so Aaliyah and Foxy Brown like them, they're like the same age, man. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks, DJ Rocky B. Rest in peace to baby girl, aka Aaliyah.
Young, and both work with older men who were rumored to be sleeping with, young girls at this time.
Mm-hmm.
So my question to you, bro, is
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is think about Foxy Brown. Jay-Z name was fucking Foxy Brown when she was 15. That's just a further example of the pedophilia and all this so strange ass behavior going on around here, man. Foxy Brown was fucking, she was 15 years old, and them grown niggas was fucking on her, Mafi, without no reservation. Think about it. Because people talk about the R. Kelly Aaliyah thing because Foxy Brown never presented herself like a victim. Foxy Brown was just a fast ass hoe. And she was a street bitch. But Foxy Brown was really a victim of the New York niggas. She's really a victim. When you think about Foxy Brown, Kamora Lee Simmons, all them pervert,
Lord, we love some TikTok shop.
Was able, if they wasn't gay and raping little boys and molesting little boys,
we love
they
TikTok
was fucking
shop.
on little girls.
Love
bro.
TikTok shop.
And everybody
this
know
is
it. But see, New Yorkers don't want to admit it because of that New York pride. You New York niggas, not you, but you New York niggas, y'all are the freakiest niggas on the face of this planet. I don't want to hear about no San Francisco. I don't want to hear shit about no Atlanta. In New York niggas, Atlanta wasn't known as a gay city. You know it wasn't.
Hey, that's a valid point, man, about that freaking.
They brought that freaky shit from New York with them and set it up and start.
Get your essential need, right? Caribbean Queen, visit TikTok shop for your essential needs, and you can get free shipping on certain items.
The New York executives brought that freaky shit down to Atlanta and turned Atlanta into a gay mecca.
Man, how you think these sexual predators are able to navigate through the music industry so easily, though?
Because it's a fraternity and sorority of pedophiles, rapists,
we love
child molesters,
we
love
freak
ass, freak type ass, tree jumping, bushwhacking ass niggas. That's how. Because they turn the other cheek, like the Epstein files. Why you think the Epstein files
Lord.
haven't in total? Because there's so many powerful names.
But he telling the truth
So
though, y'all.
why you think? Listen, the shit that Biggie that put the cocksucking ass Diddy, that wasn't no secret.
Mm.
Remember, the reason why Mace got the fuck away from him. We now know through the Mason Cam show. Shout out to Mace Cam, my man Maurice Clarence.
Thank you for the
Shout out to all
football
them
helmet,
boys.
Caribbean
Mace got the
Queen.
fuck. We didn't understand why would Mace leave. He was the superstar on Bad Boy. Biggie was gone. Why did Mace leave? Because of all the debauchery, all the devilish and sinful shit. It wasn't just because Diddy was an asshole. Diddy trying to fuck. He trying to fuck on that boy.
Hey.
And Mace was like, hey, no.
Biggs, what's good
Mace,
with you, brother?
Listen, Mace saw so
Salute
much
to
crazy
you,
shit.
bro.
He
Salute.
went to become a pastor. That wasn't no. See, motherfuckers get this shit mixed up. Mace is from Harlem, bro. I had Mace first mixtapes while I was in prison. Mace used to rap about selling dope, heroin, and fucking niggas up. Mace wasn't no shiny.
That's when he
suit
was
ass
Red
nigga.
Rum
Puffy
Mace.
turned Mace into a suit and tie ass, horse and carriage ass nigga. Mace's first mixtape was Murder Mace. Mace was talking about selling heroin and fucking niggas up.
Told y'all.
Puffy turned into that. So Mace was a street nigga that Puffy groomed into the star that he eventually became. But Mace got the fuck away from that nigga. He wasn't with that shit. He got the fuck on. Like, nigga, I'm gone. I ain't with the freaky shit.
Let me back up to Aaliyah real quick, man. I know probably.
I was trying to avoid that conversation, but come on.
I know, man, but this one, we can leave this in and we ain't got to, man.
No, leave all that shit in. We tearing this bitch up. We don't take nothing out.
What's up, my boy?
What's
R.
good
Kelly
with you,
allegedly
fam?
told his girlfriend.
We just covering up some things we talked about, and that's slowly coming out. Like we talked about it in another platform, in another show, and it just seems like people are starting to slowly but surely bring up what we were talking about.
See, I grew up and I had that murder mace, that unalive mace. I had, you know what I'm saying? I had all of them with Cam, with the whole, I forgot the group name. What was they?
You talking about Cam's group?
Yeah, it was Cam, Mace. It wasn't,
they wasn't the Diplomats yet.
nah, it
something
wasn't the
else.
Diplomats. It was before Bad Boys.
Right.
It was the Children of the Corn. Children of the Corn.
That's it.
And you know what I'm saying? I had their mixtape, and I swear they was giving everybody run for their money.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It was Mace, not Comega. It was another dude, Cam, and it was Cam's cousin. And yo, they songs they was doing was serious, and it was a shame that Bad Boy broke him up. Puffy broke him up because they could have been another Locks.
Now, do you think he did that out of jealousy?
Nah, what he did was, if people know the time, what he did was he followed what was going on the radio. And this was the beginning. It was the beginning of the remix era. And you gotta remember, if you grew up in that era, certain songs that he was playing will bring you back to when your moms was playing radio, when your moms was playing records.
Yeah.
And that brought the Bad Boy sound. Remix, do stuff over, take an old beat and bring it back, put Biggie song on it. You know what I'm saying? If you look at it, a lot of his songs,
Juicy,
Bloodshed. A lot of his songs was remixes that people listened to when they was kids, when they was listening with their mothers or with their older brothers or something. Them was the beats that he was giving, and it brought back that Motown. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Biggie was the player type. When Biggie first came out, he was talking about partying, bullshit, black cop.
He was rock.
You know what I'm saying? He was talking about stuff that he wasn't talking about. No player. He wasn't talking about Osgosh, Nas. He wasn't talking about that.
Coca-Cola looking real cute.
Yo, he wasn't talking like that. And then now, in this generation where everybody that was grown up or Puff or Biggie, you see Biggie lyrics didn't last to pass the time. He didn't last the time. He was a great lyricist at that time. Now, when you listen to Biggie, you're like, oh shit. Oh shit.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, it's still a classic.
Yeah, I get you.
You know
I
what I'm
get
saying?
you.
But you got to. It's like when you got something nice and it carries on for generations. Everybody love it. And then when you
Mhm.
finally sit down and listen to it as an adult, you're like, what the fuck was I listening to?
It hit differently
Yeah,
now that you.
it
Yeah.
hit differently. You know what I'm saying? And people don't. And I never was. Pac was my number one. Pac, you know what I'm saying? Because Pac brought me through times when I was going to war, when I was, you know what I'm saying, going through stuff. Pac brought me through that. Big, I wanted to party and bang out maybe one or two
Mhm.
songs, but Pac brought
Mhm.
you through times, yo. Times that you can
Yeah.
remember right now, bad times. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
time, like I know plenty of people when Brenda Had a Baby came out, it
Oh
was
man,
females out there
what?
that was Brenda.
Facts.
You know what I'm
He
saying?
was very relatable on different subject matters. Yeah.
Yes. And even when Dear Mama, I seen some of the hardest unaliving dope dealings criminals bust down and cry to that song.
Mhm.
You know what
D
I'm
Rug. He said D Rug dealing, y'all. D Rug. D Rug. D
saying?
Rug. You know the platform be.
You know what I'm saying? My bad. You know,
Yeah.
I'm trying to be politically
You
correct.
real. You real and authentic. I love it. But you know how the platform
Yeah, I
is.
know. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of stuff. You know, it's a lot of stuff. Mace could have been more than what he was. Puffy did him dirty.
Mhm. Well,
But
they get what it was just said. Yeah, trying
when
to get in
Puffy,
his back door.
yeah, but you know what I'm saying, at the same time, like I'm one to say what Puffy did was bad, but yo, you always blame the accuser, right? But who blaming the accuser that did that to Puffy? That shit ain't come out of nowhere.
Well,
Imagine how
we
many
say
imagine.
Clive. We say his mom. Some people say possibly the Catholic school.
But we can also say before this type of platform was brought in, um they was doing it for years prior.
Yeah.
And we know
It,
this to what they did to Shirley Temple, to you know what I'm
yeah.
saying, to what they did to Rick
Willis
James, to what
Houghton.
they did, you know what I'm saying? Just think, you know what I'm saying? Men had to act feminine just to be heard in white tee venues.
Listen, we got uh Teddy P, Luther Vandross, Freddie
Yeah.
Jackson.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you don't think that they was doing something to them, and because this is on social media, we don't hear about it like we hear about this?
Yeah. I don't no one's giving him nobody is just strictly or solely blaming Diddy. We're not. But I mean we do have to give him some type of repercussion because he could have broke the cycle as
I,
well.
I understand that, and I never would say what Diddy did was terrible. He should be in jail for that. But you know what I'm saying? Also, you gotta look, because of a black man try to sue a liquor company. If that wouldn't have came out, none of this wouldn't have came out.
And guess what, Biggs? Diddy knew that before he did it, but he chose to do
But only thing that saved Diddy is them tapes, them recordings.
It's the same thing as
If
Jeffrey
he
D
didn't,
did. Yeah.
yes, it's the same thing. And you know what I'm saying? Like I say the same thing. Like every people in the industry sell their soul. We all know this. We all know this, and we knew this before. We knew this before social media. You know what I'm saying? They all
Facts.
sell their soul. You know what I'm saying? We all knew. If people don't remember, Public Enemy, Professor Griff said all about that
Sure did.
25, 30 years ago. And he got banned for saying that.
I was about to say
You know what I'm
they silenced him.
saying? So if you want to be real, this been going on for long before Puffy. It's been going on long before Clyde Davis. But these are the devils that's in the thing. And you know what? These are the people that's in control of minority black music. You know what I'm saying?
That's what we cover here.
Because you want to be real. You don't have to put up all that stuff. When we was growing up, it was different levels of hip hop. We had the gangster.
Yeah.
We had the women that was preaching pride. We had the sex. We had the Jungle Brothers. We had that.
Mm-hmm.
When they took over the industry, they put what's important. They dumbed down our people. You know what I'm saying?
Strategically done.
Yes,
Strategically
and
done,
look at now. Look at now. I just had an argument with a white tee saying, "Oh, it's feminist. It's women live. We should be able to do that." And I gave him an example. And I said, "Let me explain something to you. Is women should be able to do anything. They can have sex and do all that, right? If your daughter was hanging around a female that was sexually that was a whore,
Smicks. Say Smicks. Yeah.
Smiths, and she was doing all this to all these people, would you want your daughter hanging around them?" All these white teachers was like, "That's not, no, we can't use that." But that's a person that you love. Being with somebody that you want to, you know what comes with that. You know what comes with that. And you know if a girl is sexually active, sexually active, you know what I'm saying? And she's doing this to many people, the crowd is going to think her friends do the same thing.
Guilty by association. Exactly.
Yes. And so you mean to tell me it's good to speak, oh, women could do everything, that have all this, but when it comes to your family member, it's something different?
Well, here's the thing with that though. People they I'm glad you put it to them the right way. A lot of people don't want to think about their loved one in that way, but sometimes you got to take it there like you did because that's the only way it resonates. Or sure, well, with people with common sense, it resonates with them when they stop and put somebody they love or their loved one in that same predicament. It's like, yo, okay, now you right. I wouldn't want them to be around that. So it's not okay for you see what I'm saying?
But it's okay. But it's okay for somebody you don't love to be doing that shit. When you don't put your heart involved in it, because I say this, whenever somebody give me an example, I put my daughter into it. You know what I'm saying? Because if I want my daughter to do that, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? If I don't, I'm gonna speak it real. I'm gonna be 100. You can't be tiptoeing on a tightrope, but when it's come to the people that you love, it's different than a stranger. Then you a hypocrite.
Right. You're right about that, brother. I have no arguments with you. You're right. This has been going on for a long time, and I mean and we talk about that here and break it down.
That's why I love this
Often
show,
and
man. That's why every time I see you, I salute you. I get up here and I
I
speak to you.
appreciate that.
Because you know what I'm saying? Real respect, real. You know, it's all these lives that don't make no sense. People talking about this and that, arguing about why black men do this. You're hiding the big problem. The big problem is we've been trapped for years to think that we supposed to live the way of the white tee, and we following the people that enslaved us.
There you go.
We don't have
boy.
We don't have nothing. We don't have no culture. We don't got no religion. We don't got no language. We don't got no food. You know what I'm saying? And they're trying to erase what they did to us in slavery in the history books. But
Fortunately, you're right.
you know what I'm saying? But yet, like I told the white tee, it's a shame that people from across countries can come to America, and soon as they get off the boat, they get treated better than Americans, black Americans.
Hmm. Yeah, that is a shame, and you are so correct. I mean, even thinking about, I got to say this, and then I got to move on. But brother, I love having this dialogue with you, but because you get it, you speak facts. It's facts over feelings with you. And the thing about it, you think about the evolution of it. We had Sugar Hill Gang, and you know what I'm saying. Just that was coming first, and then you had Cold Crush. We had all of them, But they didn't even want hip hop music or rap music around at that time. They only wanted to invest in it once they seen how much money they could make off of it. And then once they found out how much money they could profit, now they start putting the narrative in it to what they wanted to. Basically, I'm gonna say lyric. I'm gonna put it like this, metaphorically speaking, but I'm putting it to you like this. They saw that they could use lyrics as a D-rug and pump that into our communities, and then that would sabotage us. I mean, even if you go from the late '70s and the '80s, we talk about D-rugs and stuff like that, but we got to be honest of how that was put into our community in order to break up homes. Um,
So, you know what I'm saying? Big Mel, Big Me. You know what I'm saying? We had libraries, but they destroyed it. We had everything written down for our people, but the colonizers destroyed it. Just like they destroyed the noses on the Sphinx because they don't want to show that a black man can build that. While people was living in caves, being savages. You know what I'm saying? They can't hide proof, so they destroy it.
mhm.
And it's sad.
It is, brother. I got to move on, man. You gonna ride out with me? You gonna sit up here?
I'm chilling, man. You know what I'm saying? I pick up my daughter from school. I'm in the car waiting for her right now, so I can flow with you a little bit.
My guy. All right, we're gonna get back to it, and then I'm gonna come back to you.
All right.
All right.
And one day that he had slept with Aaliyah's mom when Aaliyah fell asleep. You know what I'm saying? Are parents basically selling their souls for their kids to experience fame?
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. 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 Listen, so I told you before off the record
Right,
that
man. Low key. Yeah, they
the
they
the
really is.
thirst to be rich and famous, right, is more is a is more powerful than an opioid. It is more powerful than fentanyl, right? Wanting to be famous is a drug, bro. So motherfuckers will sell. Listen, Mafi, we had Lil Rod. We had Lil Rod who produced Puffy's Love album, who has come out and admitted that his heterosexual self, right, allowed himself to be fucked
Mm.
because he wanted to be famous as a producer. And most producers are basically
This is for
obscure creatures
educational
who
purposes
nobody
only.
really knows
TikTok.
for real, right? So he sold his ass to be famous,
Hey,
and we still knowing
educational purposes
he's more
only.
famous now for telling us that he was fucked by Puffy than
TikTok
he is
Shop
because of the
is the
music, because of
greatest
his
by
musical
all your
genius.
They
essential
said he got
needs
double
on
fucked, man,
TikTok
because
Shop.
Puffy ain't even pay him, man.
That's double.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Listen, you sold your asshole to be famous and didn't get nothing. You didn't even get famous. You're more famous now. You ain't know who the fuck Lil Rod was until he came out talking about that he was abused and
No lies
misused by
detected.
Puffy. Did you know who he was? Tell the truth.
No.
No, never heard of the motherfucker. Right? So the whole thing is, yes, parents will sell their kids out. Parents will offer their kids,
You ain't
right?
lying.
Because to be famous is drug. So that's like asking me, will a crackhead mother or
Yes.
heroin mother, with a person who's addicted, with a woman who's addicted to crack or heroin, will they sell
Oh,
their children
we love TikTok Shop.
for drugs? Yes, they will. And it's the same type of thing that's going on with the quest. These parents,
Whew.
these momagers, right? They will
Allison, how you doing,
sell
love? Thank you for the
their kids
rose. I appreciate it.
for stardom and fame and money. Hell yeah,
Mint
they would give them up.
JG,
They would turn a
baby.
blind
Welcome
eye
to the
to what
live.
they
How you
know is
doing?
going on because this is what needs to happen in order for your family to become.
It ain't that deep, man. It should never be that
It
deep.
is for them.
So, talking about guys like R. Kelly and Jay-Z that allegedly like younger girls, do you think being like that just can't handle women their age? You know what I'm saying? Because it's easier to manipulate the younger girls.
Of course, they predators. So predators look for weak and vulnerable people. That's the nature of a predator.
All right. Whew. Let's give it up to DAWGFACE for his realness. Let's give it up to the Mafi channel for coming through with the real. Y'all, hold on. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. One. All right, y'all, we back. We back. All right, we about to go into our second and final segment of this show. Oh, and before I do that though, let's give it up to TikTok for not being so grouchy and letting us get through that truth. That's it's a step in the right direction for the first time. But before we get over to our second and final segment, y'all, we got to do one more PSA. And I want to remind you all, we have football helmets as the live goal. We got football helmets right here. We need 20. We got 2, so now we only need 18. We need 18 more football helmets in order to hit our gifting goal. Keep double tapping that screen. Share out the live. Hey, if you hadn't became a subscriber, I don't know what you're waiting on, but go ahead and click that orange heart above me and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and get your, after you do that, you go ahead and get your badge that says crew. And that lets my moderators and I know that you are part of our news crew member team. Your badge will be displayed here in the chat when you leave a comment, and it stands out to my moderators and myself, and that way we can respond to you faster. Also, thank you if you sent me a heart me. I appreciate it. However, I'm a man of community and I'm a man of unity. So if you sent me a heart me, I want you to take this time to go and click that orange heart right there by my right here. Go and click that and go ahead and claim your points. And that lets the platform and the algorithm know that you are actively engaging. And that way your content will also be pushed out into the FYP more as well. The more you engage, the more the platform sees you engage, the more they look out for you in that from that perspective. If you are watching this via our YouTube channel, do me 2 favors. 1, hit that thumbs up and like the video. And then 2, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Oh, make it 3, because there's one more thing. If you're watching on YouTube, also, after you do those 2 things, make sure you hit that little bell icon. That way you'll get notified when we go live, all right? Or when new content is posted on our YouTube. All right, thank y'all so much. I appreciate it so kindly. Now we're going to go into our second. You know what? Before I go into our second and final segment, let me put something in here. I want to plug something real quick because this is a video that was posted from an actual session between Mary J. Blige and Diddy. All right. And so I want you to listen because we know what's been stated and said about what went on between the two. If you haven't, get with me after the show. I'll let you know and fill you in. But in this particular video, Mary J is actually standing up for herself. Caribbean Queen, thank you for that. Go Popular. I appreciate that, bestie. She's actually standing up for herself. So let's listen to the exchange between the two.
There's some trickery going on in here, and I don't like listen to what I'm saying. When I sat down to hear,
Lori,
I know
thank
what
you for
I'm
the
hearing.
football
I'm
helmets.
not
I appreciate it.
That's why I was trying to tell
I mean,
you.
I'm
Just
not
listen.
trying
I'm
to
just telling you to
start
listen. Just listen.
any kind of trouble because I'm a grown up. I'm not a child.
I'm just telling you, listen to the thing. Why is it
Listen.
you getting so crazy about it? It's a mix. We're mixing the record.
I'm
You
not.
gotta
Wait a minute. I'm not going crazy. I'm just saying. I know. I want to be treated fairly here
What?
with everything.
That's
with
why we're
things.
For the football helmet.
Larry, we're not finished the mix. We're asking you to give your input.
I'm giving my input, and y'all
I'm gonna
looking
keep
at
it
me
right
like
here.
I'm nuts.
Every time somebody send one, I'm gonna hold up the
A-Bing the
football
mix. You know what
helmet.
I'm doing? I'm A-Bing the mix for you so you can tell me from
Which
what you
one-
hear.
which one you like.
No, not
Without
which one you,
knowing
not
which
which
one,
one you
just
like.
listen.
What do you like? Yeah. First, we're not which one. First, I don't want you to know which one it is.
Right.
Ain't no trickery. Then the second thing is
That
to
way you
tell
can
me,
your ears to
tell
tell
me
you the
what you
truth.
want. I have both of them here so you can
Right.
tell me.
Okay, I knew that wasn't the original.
Just listen.
You're everything I need. Whatever the life force that's in the song that's giving it the hump and the oh shit, there's some grits eating shit. You know what I'm saying? It's gone. But when the original comes on, I mean, I am what I am. And I feel what I feel. And I gotta have my fans feel it too. There's a life force in the rough that disappears out of the mix. Do anybody understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
The thing that gets under here is gone. There is a life. And there's some trickery.
All right, y'all. So y'all see she's standing up for herself and she's saying, hey, something is taken out of the song. Now, I know this is going to be a rare occurrence, but I'm going to do it because hashtag I'm going to say it, and I believe in being honest. And so, with that, I have to say, in seeing this, there's no red lights. Doesn't look like Diddy is on nothing nefarious. There's him, and it looks like two more guys in there with her. Mary don't look like she's, in fear of her life or anything like that. But I just wanted y'all to hear the exchange. And yeah, I know. I've heard people say it, and I've actually seen video footage of Mary in doing a live concert. She wasn't. She wasn't. She wasn't. How can I put this to be nice? Because I don't want God to be mad at me. But she wasn't. She gets an A for effort. How about that? She wasn't the greatest singer. She didn't sound like we hear her on records after they've been mastered and things like that. So in that piece that they played, she sounded good. So I don't know exactly what she's missing, but she knows it's her song. But I will say, Diddy did something to it because I didn't hear the same Mary that I heard in the video during that live concert she had. That would have been a great time for the mics to go out. But no shade. Hey, I like Mary. Mary is part of our 90s era hip hop and R&B culture too. So, no shade to her. No shade at all. We just being honest. Now we'll go into our second and final segment.
Switch to TurboTax.
All right, let's get out of this commercial. All right, there we go. Now, our second and final segment, we are going to listen to our man's Morali, and it says Diddy in big trouble. I know that's like the headline all the time, but Diddy in big trouble. But here's what stood out: Christina Coram trial. So finally, Christina Coram, who served as Diddy's right hand man, woman, I should say, and whose name is mentioned in a few lawsuits. Even Lil Rod stated in his lawsuit he tried to confide in her and tell her the things that Diddy allegedly did to him. And I've seen another when I first started doing this type of thing on my first account before it was banned. There was a little boy who was in California and got flown. He met it. Okay, let me tell you the story real quick. There's a boy. I think he was like eight or nine at the time. But in any event, he met this talent scout, or they met the talent scout out there. The talent scout in LA happened to be Christina Coram. She gave him her credentials and stuff like that, and they eventually flew the boy and his family to New York from LA to meet with Diddy. And allegedly, when he was there by himself, Christina Coram gave him a pop to drink, and he stated that the pop tasted different, weird, but he didn't know, so he kept drinking it. And then his story is allegedly that whatever was in the pop made him incoherent and to the point where he couldn't move and stuff like that, and he was taken advantage of. Not my story, that's his. That's just one of the lawsuits that came out. But in any event, she's also the one that was shown in pictures after the Cassie video broke, sitting next to Diddy on Star Island in Miami, next to the pool in the road. That's Christina Coram. And at that time, we know that it was stated by one of the girls that Diddy was with at that time that him and Christina Coram and the rest of his family had huddled together and tried to facilitate an agreement to go on TV with, which we saw, which was crap, if you ask me. But so she's been around for a lot of these alleged things. Also, there was another lady who I cannot remember her name. Please forgive me. No disrespect to her. It's just it's been so many cases. So many things. Jazzy, hey niece, how you doing, beautiful? There's been so many lawsuits that came out. I really can't keep up with the name, but she's the one that stated that Christina Quorum, Diddy, Drewski. She mentioned Jaguar, right? She mentions a few other people that was there. She was how this all happened or how she became a victim was she was at a friend or next to a friend or out to eat with a friend or something. Diddy called him and she mentioned something about Tupac that made Diddy mad. Somehow or another, he invited her to where he was. She went over there. These people was there, and she was taken advantage of. She was D-rug. She said Drewski allegedly essayed her. Christina Quorum allegedly essayed her with a TV remote, and just things like this. So her name has been caught up in a lot of things, right? I'm doing good, thank you, and I'm glad you're doing good. She said, I wore that same shirt yesterday. Great taste. Hey, that's why you my niece, and I'm your uncle. Go West, go Wolves. My niece goes to my old college too, so that's what we're talking about. I got the shirt on. So she was there for a lot of these things. And for a long time, she's been silent. In fact, during the trial, when her name was brought up, she stated that she had nothing to do with this. She don't know any of this and things like that. And things went quiet again as the trial proceeded. Her name wasn't brought up anymore. And I'm pretty sure she thought that she had gotten away with everything. But if you are a college football fan and you used to watch College Game Day in the morning, you know Lee Corso always says, "Not so fast, sweetheart." And that's what we would want. That's what we would like to tell Christina Quorum right now, or at least it seems like that's what the judicial system is saying, because she has a court date. So now I've given you that backstory, and I'm sure I'm probably missing a lot more information I could share with y'all to go with this, but I did the best I could. Let's go to the audio and let's listen to it.
That damn witch. That damn witch, Christina Quorum. Auntie Quorum. You can run, but with those 40,000 teeth, you can't hide. Because you're going to trial, baby.
She do got a big smile.
You're going to trial. June 26th, 2028. Sean Combs and Christina Quorum are going to trial versus Philip Pines. This is a civil case, not criminal. But she tried to run, and she nearly got there. But Christina,
we got football helmets as the gifting
they got you. Hey guys, that's Morale daily and consistent content. Subscribe to the channel, guys. Comment down below. Give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. And let's get into this because a lot of Diddy madness has been basically happening over the past 24 hours today. And we have to get into it in 10 minutes. So as we can see via Diddy docket, shout out to him for keeping us all updated with the Diddy stuff. In the matter of Philip Pines versus Sean Combs and Christina Quorum, a jury trial has been scheduled for June 26th, 2028. I'm so happy, guys, that Christina Quorum is going down. And this will then turn into other civil trials also wanting to get her, and then she will be indicted as well. Soon come, but there will be a time that she definitely will be indicted, especially when Judge Arun mentioned her and how she was part of the network at the day of Diddy's sentencing. So this is far away because civil cases for high profile people like Diddy are very complex, and discovery is going to begin. Emails, text messages, records, witness testimonies, all of this is going to be basically collected over the next couple of years. There might be a motion to kill this early, and there might be a motion for settlement talks to quietly make this go away, which would be in Diddy's best interest. But for now, this lawsuit is moving forward. It's going to be a very long civil process. 2028 is a placeholder until perhaps something gets settled or dismissed. But as of right now, clearly that isn't going to be the case because Philip Pines, who is suing Sean Combs, clearly has a case, and therefore this is why this is going forward. So Christina's going to be pissed. Diddy ain't got a damn choice. He's in the damn prison. Diddy is at Fort Dix getting his back blown out, so he doesn't give a damn either. But when it comes to Christina Coram, she's going to be irritated because she thought she got away with this. She gave statements to Rolling Stone. She did all of that. She was happy she wasn't, brought
Trina
and subpoenaed into the court. She thought,
how you doing,
what, I'm out. You're not out, babes. You're very much in.
Yes,
and we will
Caribbean
wait till
Queen. Visit
2028 when your
TikTok
time
shop
comes.
for your
We will
essential
all be there,
needs.
front row seat. Me, Janice, the wig. We're all going to be at the front row seat when it comes to court. When it comes to you being, needing to testify. I can't wait. Cheers, guys. Cheers. Cheers to that. In the matter of Hay vs. Combs, again, very bad news for him, Diddy, because the defendant Christopher Wallace's demurrer is how you pronounce it, was mostly overruled. The judge tossed negligent supervision and retention failure to warn. However, claims of negligence, false imprisonment, SA, and, S battery all move forward. So these are charges that the judge has allowed to move forward for another civil case.
Okay, now hold on. Let me pause it real quick. This is because this particular lawsuit is filed in California, Los Angeles. And as you all know, the state of California has extended the window for 2 years for you to report certain, for you to report any sexual assaults or rape cases or anything like that. So what was the statute of limitation has been extended for 2 years longer. So now people can file. And like I told you before, I'll say it again, this will come out, more lawsuits will come out against him, I'm pretty sure. Darlene, thank you for that heart me flex. I appreciate it. Thank you, bestie. Jonathan Hay, I told you about Jonathan Hay. And so his lawsuit, the judge pretty much denied Diddy's attempt at blocking this from coming out or it going any further. So it is still going on. Not good for him. And that is in LA too, California.
Coming for Diddy's pocket, left, right, and center with so many civil cases, we just have to be patient to see where the judge advances and basically drops when it comes to different charges. But here with Hay, it's been clear that this is bad news for Diddy because he wants these charges all to be dropped. He doesn't want any of these cases to advance forward. He wants them to basically just be dead right from the jump. And because that's not happening, Diddy is being notified by his lawyers, by his spokespeople, by whatever PR team he has. And he gets frustrated and irritated by this because that just means more money that he needs to pay, which is probably why he sold the damn jet in the first place. But top story, well, Christina Coram is top story. Netflix and 50 Cent guys have officially been sued for $20 million. By who? By Clayton Howard, who claims the series twisted his story by omitting his claims against Cassie to create a more commercially profitable narrative. I mean,
now look, if you were on Big Mike's platform, you know Clayton Howard was on there. You know your boy, I had a chance and opportunity to talk to him and ask my questions about the case, ask my questions about different things that's going on. Shout out to Big Mike for affording me that opportunity to do that on his show. And so he did have a lawsuit already filed against Cassie and Diddy. And then the person that was representing him was Tyrone Blackburn. And as y'all know, a few weeks ago, Tyrone Blackburn, or as you may know, we talked about it, but Tyrone Blackburn decided to stop practicing law for whatever the reason. And so that hindered a lot of cases that he had. He also had April Lampros as well as represented Little Rod's lawsuit in Little Rod's lawsuit as well. So
you sat there and you spoke, bro. It was you who gave a confessional and said all of that. It wasn't as if your words were twisted by AI. I'm not really sure what narrative is being twisted here when we all know what was going on. A former worker allegedly victimized by Diddy is suing Netflix and 50 Cent. Clayton Howard, allegedly hired by Diddy for freak-offs. is really upset by 50 Cent. In a new lawsuit obtained, Howard says the show made a calculated misrepresentation of his story, namely by painting Ventura as a fellow victim when Howard says she was really an accomplice to Diddy's abuse. Defendants deliberately edited, distorted, and misrepresented plaintiff's account to portray Cassie as a victim whilst omitting and suppressing plaintiff's testimony. Those allegations echo claims that Howard already made in a lawsuit he filed against Cassie, in which he claims that he was drugged and manipulated and traumatized by Diddy and Cassie. That case remains pending. An attorney for Cassie has not returned a request for comment. In the new lawsuit, Howard is focused on Netflix and 50 Cent, claiming they fraudulently induced him, fraudulently induced you are a grown man, him to participate in the documentary by promising that a complete and truthful account will be told, then violated that agreement with the final cut.
He told us that. Yeah.
This calculated misrepresentation was done in furtherance of defendant Curtis Jackson's personal and business against Sean Combs and to create a commercially profitable narrative. Howard's case was initially filed last month in New York. On Thursday, attorneys for Netflix and the other defendants moved to transfer it to federal court. Oh, Lord. Howard's case was initially filed last month in New York State Court, but attorneys for Netflix and the other defendants moved to transfer it to federal court, which means that the Netflix lawyers are not playing.
Is it me?
They're not playing at all. So, for the fact that they are, I don't understand why Howard is really upset here.
Caribbean Queen said he must be scared.
I just don't understand.
Tori,
Howard's not the first to raise legal gripes. Attorney for
because
Diddy's sent him a cease and desist to Netflix seeking to block the movie's release, when obviously that didn't work because Netflix obtained everything, legally when it comes to all of this stolen footage. So, filing a 20 million lawsuit against the former couple in July, and then you're also, filing a lawsuit here where you are really upset with what is going on with Netflix. I just don't understand what Clayton Howard is trying to do here. It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know if he sued Netflix, for 20 million, but he's definitely sued Netflix for a lot of money here. But
look, I had to catch myself because I almost answered. I had to hurry up and switch back to professional mode. Let's not comment on that right now. Maybe later.
the Netflix attorneys have responded to Clayton Howard by stating that we don't want this in state court. We're going to take this to federal court, which means that if you want to go there, I will. We can go very serious. And Clayton Howard, you're going to lose against Netflix. But you know who's behind Clayton Howard? Giving him money to file this lawsuit against Netflix and 50? I personally believe, in my opinion, that Diddy is putting the batteries in the backpack of Clayton Howard to say, listen, come for Cassie. Boom, he did that. Listen, sue 50 Cent, sue Netflix. Just give them a headache. This is just a headache for Netflix. They have to now pay lawyers to respond. 50 needs to pay lawyers to respond. It's a headache. They're not really worried about it because I don't think Clayton Howard's lawsuit is going to go anywhere. However, it's a headache. And that's what Diddy wants to give. Headaches. That's how he likes to operate. I think that other people, other musicians also do the same thing. And so therefore, I think he's, put batteries into Clayton Howard's back because I don't understand why you're primarily focusing on 50 Cent and Netflix, talking about how they fraudulently brought you to the studios, lied about the final cut. Well, what do you think this is going to be about? I'm so sorry. Of course, they're going to, present Cassie as a victim because the majority of time that Cassie has spoken about this, she's been seen as a victim all over media. Why would Netflix do different? You should already know this. Just because you think that Cassie wasn't a victim because of what she did to you doesn't mean that Netflix are going to take that on board and completely listen to that. They're obviously going to talk about what the majority of people are saying. So you're not smart, bro. You're really not smart. You're also making more enemies for yourself. You're trying to go up against Netflix. And I don't know about you, but over the past 2 years, Netflix has turned into a juggernaut brand. They had the Christmas Super Bowl with Beyonce.
No lie.
They're showing NFL matches.
Right? Yeah.
They've got brand new movies and programs coming on. They're doing live streaming for Love is Blind and other, reality TV shows. Netflix are taking over. They're also trying to purchase Warner Bros. They are a juggernaut. They've got endless amount of money. Multi-billionaires are on that team of board. Clayton, you can't beat that. I'm so sorry. I don't know what you're doing. Filing a lawsuit and suing Netflix and 50 Cent for the graces of Diddy, I humbly believe, because Diddy is always going to protect Diddy at the end of the day. He's not going to protect you. He's going to keep you high and dry, just like your dry lips. That's what he's going to be doing. So I don't get what you're trying to do here, Clayton. Respectfully, I don't think it's going to work. Unfortunately, I just don't. Even your lawsuit against Cassie, where are the updates when it comes to that? I think that's been paused. Where's the pending updates? You really think that you can be Cassie when she's represented by Douglas Wigdall's law firm?
Oh
Douglas Wigdall, the man who helped bring Diddy down initially, you think that you can go up against him, win that case, and then go up against Netflix and 50 Cent and win that case too? Are you okay? Like, I don't understand. This case ain't going nowhere. You're wasting everybody's time as far as I'm concerned. This ain't going to work, Clayton. It really ain't going to work, guys. And Christina Okorum, we're going to see you in court. That is chef's kiss for me, baby. Auntie Christina Okorum and your 40,000 teeth. We will be seeing you in court soon. We will be seeing June 2028, because I don't even think that Christina Okorum has the money to settle this. If you really want to go there and keep it real, Christina Okorum ain't got no money, child. She ain't got no damn money to settle this case. What do you mean? What do you mean? What money does Christina Okorum have to settle this case? Talking about, I'm going to give you whatever money that you need. She ain't got shit on her. She ain't got money like that on her, because she ran for the hills when it came to this case and barely hired lawyers to write a statement for Rolling Stones and then ran away again. Diddy's got the money. Diddy might settle it for him. But like I said, Diddy only cares about Diddy. He doesn't give a damn about you, Christina. You're on your own to fight this. I don't see how, unless this gets dismissed via Diddy's sake, then this might get dismissed for Christina, collateral. But Christina, you're in big trouble. And this is only the beginning for you. Because when other civil participants see that you have been dragged into a civil lawsuit, they're also going to be like, yeah, Christina did that to me too. They're going to mention it. You're going to keep being dragged into civil lawsuits, and then you might be arrested. And then there might be a criminal indictment. I'm just saying. You never know. Let me know your thoughts are, guys, when it comes to this video. Do subscribe to the channel, comment down below, give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate it, guys. It's just one click to subscribe. Join Murad Nation. A lot's going on. I'm trying to keep you guys updated. Click that button. That's all you guys need to do. It's just one click. Comment down below. Give this video a thumbs up. Follow me on my Instagram at Murad_Murali. Check out my latest post of me in Brazil. I put up a dump, and I'll catch you guys soon for another video. Send a tip if you guys wish to. There's a $sign there. It goes a long way. Cheers, guys, to Christina Okorum in court.
Hey, let's give it up to Murad again, man, for his excellent work. All right, look. In close, I'm going to. All right, how do I want to say this without being in trouble? Okay, so my advice to Clayton Howard. If you feel you was wrong, and I know what we discussed. I know what he and I discussed, and I know what he told me. So I get where it's come. I get what they're saying. I get where he's coming from. All I'm saying is, if he honestly feels that way, I pray for him that he can that he has the evidence that he needs in order to get justice. People was taking him serious when he was on it, or you mean, or wasn't taking him serious on it? Yeah, I mean it's Big Mel, man. I can't say it. Yeah, you're right. I was on there with you. I know. You're right. Yeah, so if he thinks he's been wronged, I hope he has a way to prove that he's been wronged. Christina Okorum, hey, I mean, if it's true that you took part in these things that people have alleged that you done in different or multiple lawsuits, I'm thankful you got caught. I'm thankful you got caught. If you didn't, my advice to you is the same thing my advice to Clayton is. I hope you got your receipts. I hope you got your proof that you did not participate or do these things that are alleged in lawsuits that you done. And that's where I'm at with it, I guess. That's all I can say. Listen, y'all, thank y'all for joining me for hashtag I'm Gonna Say It. Let me give it up to my gifters and uplifters. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate it. You gave when you didn't have to give. Thank you for those that have just decided to come in and join and hang out with us for these, about an hour that we did the show. Thank you for hanging out with us. I appreciate it. Your presence is a gift to me, and it's a gift that I am eternally grateful for. All right? Also, let me give it up to my mod. My mods in the building. They're keeping the show ran right, making sure I stay on track, making sure I'm fact checked, making sure that I am right in what I'm saying. And so, shout out to you all. I appreciate it. Tomorrow's show, we're going to touch on Chris Brown's trial. We're going to listen to some audio about Chris Brown's trial and how that's going. Also, we're going to have another video that we'll listen to from Pac's cousin. And to the best of my knowledge, we're going to talk with that one. We're going to talk about the incident with did he or did he not have Smex with Faith. I believe Faith has been lying all this time. I believe Faith is still lying, but that's just my opinion. But his cousin is going to talk about that. And as I told you before, I'll say it again. I believe his family over anything else. And shout out to Del Ray Richardson for performing these interviews and getting us the real McCoy, the facts. I appreciate that, brother, and salute to him as well. So y'all remember, this has been your self-proclaimed favorite news reporter, Mr. Breaking News. And I'm signing off from the newsroom. You could be anything in the world. Be somebody. I love you all to life, and peace and blessings to you all. Enjoy the rest of your day.